Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another lesson on complex numbers. In this lesson, we will be learning addition and subtraction of complex numbers. We have defined complex numbers in one of the previous videos. Let's have two complex numbers. Say Z1 equals to A plus IB and Z2 equals to C plus ID. Now we want to find the sum of these two complex numbers. So we are going to add them. Z1 plus Z2 equals to A plus IB, which is the first complex number, plus C plus ID, which is the second complex number. And we have A plus IB plus C plus ID. So we expand the brackets. That's what we just did. Now we add the real parts of the complex numbers. So we have A plus C, and then we have the imaginary part added. We have IB plus ID, which equals to A plus C plus, we factorize out the imaginary unit. So we have I into bracket B plus D. So this implies that when we are adding two complex numbers, what we do is we add the real parts and we add the imaginary parts. This implies that Z1 plus Z2 equals to another complex number Z. That implies that the complex number will be having the real part as the sum of A plus C, and the imaginary part will be the addition of B plus D. So this is how we add two complex numbers. And similarly, for the difference, which is subtraction, we have Z1 minus Z2 equals to, we have our first complex number A plus IB minus C plus ID. Again, we expand the bracket. A plus IB minus, IB minus C minus ID. Again, we bring together the real parts A minus C and then the imaginary part. We have plus IB minus ID. We have A minus C plus, then we factorize out the imaginary unit. Then we have B minus D in the bracket. This is how subtraction works. So this implies that if Z1 minus Z2 gives another complex number, then the real part is the difference of the real part of the two complex numbers, and the imaginary part will be the difference of the imaginary parts of such two complex numbers also. And we have example here to work with. Z1 equals to I, Z2 equals to 3 minus 2I, Z3 equals to minus 6 plus I, and Z4 equals to minus 1 minus 5I. So we have questions here that we are going to apply these to, but because of the space, I'm going to write it one after the other. The first one is, we want to evaluate. We have the first one here, Z1 plus Z2. So to do this, that means we are going to write Z1 and then add it. That is plus 3 minus 2I, which is Z2. So I'm going to collect like times 3 minus 2I plus I, which equals to 3 minus I. Z1 plus Z2 is 3 minus I. And the second one, Z3 minus Z2 equals, now Z3 is minus 6 plus I. And we subtract Z2, which is 3 minus 2I. Ensure that you put it in brackets, which equals to minus 6 plus I minus You're going to use minus 1 to expand the bracket, right? Minus 3 plus 2i is what we get, because minus times minus is a positive. Like we collect like times again, so we have minus 6 minus 3, which is minus 6 minus 3. Then we have plus I plus 2i, so minus 6 minus 3 gives minus 9, and we have I plus 2i gives plus 3i. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is a bit long, so we need space for this. So let's rub these ones off so that we can. So number 3, z1 plus 2z2 minus 3z3 plus 4z4. All we need to do is to substitute. So we have I plus 2 into brackets. Z2 is 3 minus 2i minus 3. So all you are doing is just substitution, right? Then we have 4 into brackets minus 1 minus 5i. That is what Z4 is. Now, we have to make the substitutions carefully so as not to make any mistake. I plus 6, that is, we are expanding the bracket now. Then moving to the next bracket, we have minus, that is plus 6, sorry, plus 18 rather. Then we have minus 3i. Moving to the next one, we have minus 4. Then we have minus 20i. Now let's collect like times. The real parts are to be collected. So we have 6 plus 18, which is 24. 24 minus 4 gives 20. And then the imaginary parts, we have I minus 4i gives minus 3i. Minus 3i gives minus 6i. And minus 6i minus 20i gives minus 26i. Now we are done with the third example. And number 4, we are to evaluate 3z1 plus 6z2 minus 9z3 plus 12z4. It's very good if we substitute the value of z1, z2, z3, and z4. But let's try to work smart. 3 is a factor of everything we have here, of each term. So we can write 3 into bracket z1 plus, we have 2z2 minus 3z3 plus 4z4. Now, looking at this very well, we can see that it is what we have done in number 3. That is what we have in the brackets. So what we need to do is just substitute our result in 3. That is 3 multiplied by our result in 3. That is 3 into bracket 20 minus 26i. And that gives 60 minus, that is minus 78i. That is our answer for number 4, 60 minus 78i. Now, you need to take note of what we did in number 4. We can actually substitute the value of z directly, but you just have to watch out just to work smart there. We end the class with these examples, and I hope the objective of this lesson was achieved, which is to be able to add and subtract complex numbers. And thank you for watching till this moment. More videos are coming on complex numbers. If you find my videos resourceful, please kindly click the like button and click the plus button to follow me for more. Thank you.